Where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, with they stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also na we website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Well, earlier we tell una say this morning we they get the Chief Minister, Dr. David Moinina Senge. We go join with this morning. If people can remember, inside last year July, President Bio be appoint for be the Chief Minister of Salon. And one part, a major role the way he gets now for ensure say he monitor all government ministry departments and agency them, and especially where it campaign the priority programs them we get for do the big 5 game changer. If you don't follow the work where the chief minister they do, it don't they go around the country for ensure say it monitor some of them projects there so where they go on, and also it don't the old town hall meetings na different parts them na the country. Also it say it want for bring governance to the people, bring the people very close to governance. Well, from that time day to now, this morning they can look at the chief minister in own perspective where it camp and governance. Good morning, Dr. Senge, and welcome to the Liberty Studio. And a pleasure for getting you here this morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
All right. I don't tell we viewers them, and as everybody know, from July last year, you take up this role as the country chief minister. Some people get this view say you're not the youngest, and the portfolio very big. From July to now, over a year, how you can assess this particular role where you don't play in terms of governance, your own perspective?
I think say lots of progress, lots of learning. I need to tell God thank you, and then tell President Bill thank you, because it create the avenue for make my lead. It create the opportunity and the freedom for make my do what I need for do. It set the vision and the priorities, and then how we implement them, and they left to me and how me and my colleague then they work, and how everybody else they work. So it's been a very good, safe space in which lots of learning and growth there, and I look they enjoy them, and I like them so far.
So in terms of the issues and where they are your desk, in terms of your responsibilities, since you switch over for come as the chief minister, how you would describe coordination? Because now one part the maintenance and then the way you did it as chief minister, how coordination don't sound like among the other ministry and that's of your desk?
You say you're right that my job as chief minister, as President Bio can say, now the chief operating officer of government. So if you're in business, you get the CEO and in deputy CEO, when then they shape the vision. President Bio and Dr. Julia Jallo then tell we waiting at the vision through the manifesto, and then they come through the template, the mission, through the national development plan. The everyday, okay, now for make many people that meet, how that agreements they go, waiting make that they happen, now me and work for coordinate. And because governments usually, even if you're in an environment, you need for coordinate with Ministry of Lands, you need for coordinate with the military, you need for coordinate with social welfare. It has for make any one of them able coordinate across, because then they focus on their work. My own job as chief minister, that for make sure say lands, military, social welfare, water, all man what they do if they get for go do some programs on side. And I think say a very one of the things that what they do, and very flexible and agile, and how would they communicate. And they try for lower the barrier of communication, not to just if a write letter, official letter from the PS, they go to the other person, but you can able call anybody, so you can able send message to anybody and do the work and address her. If I go to the field so, and somebody send me message say, or tell me, Chief Minister, I don't get ambulance now. Now they are the text. And interesting, I mean, I think about this the other day. That time we have a Minister of Education, and I remember this very, very well. President Bio been there outside in the field, and I remember they what some high table, and they asked me questions about specific school elements in there. And that way of responsive government, now they try for do now across government as well, where the barrier for engagement for be lower. So now they do for coordination.
You come with different dynamics we campaign governance and you role as chief minister. Many people them don't come to that position they before you, but you always say you want to bring the people very close to governance. We make you introduce your town hall series. How that dynamic, the way you bring into the governance sector, don't make a difference.
I think the role as well now for take government to the people then, because plenty thing they we people then can assume but governments not to so it be, and if people then understand how governments they work, then they able to play their own role and then able to contribute pandanding. And one way for understand how people then they think, now forget a town hall meeting where we see President people get national town hall and then they ask plenty questions then from the general public. I don't get town hall na Kono, I don't get town hall na Moyamba, I don't get town hall na Pujan, I don't get town hall na Tonkolili, and will they continue then town hall then day. And inside then town hall then day, I can talk about what governments don't do, the big five, what's now agenda, what's now vision. Then I can also open and back for make people then tell me what's not their own challenge then what's in there. I take notes, then when I come back, I engage any meeting where I come up, they can debrief the president and the vice president and the secretary of the president, the one that we did at my team. Then they send on to me colleague minister and say, anytime where I come on, I need message then Kimboku because I can send a message say Minister of Health, then say ambulance not in Samaya Bendugu, YMake, Minister of Works, DG SLRA, then I will send in the start so I can shoot the message in real time. And this than the government they for solve people then problem them, for listen to them problem them. I just learned one thing recently. Moving the Tonkolili and where with me at the youth, but also they shaped me opinion. Then can say the issues are many. The issues are many, but this one how they solve them today. The issues are many, and we will solve them one after the other.
Exactly, because that brings me to the next question. Not to forgo no more. Now, then different parts there. So get these town hall meetings. People then tell you them problems. You come back, you debrief, you toolbox them, and other relevant stakeholder. They how you they ensure say you do constant monitoring, if not soon, but the request all the people then put to you as a chief minister. Like your famous hashtag will deliver, you deliver them.
Not just that we need for follow up. Because I'm not can like for forget something or I can like real time. So it can tell like I do plenty thing, but I do one real time. I know they wait for them pack up. So if somebody, as an example, we within mile 91. All man at mile 91 they say that road where they go Magbroka bad, unpliable. And me self know that because then we will go past, we'll go round, can through McKinney for go back. Now there I left it down, I text the DG SLRA, what's not the update for this road? We don't sign the contract for make them do maintenance. The maintenance they start in 2 weeks. Next question, who's then would they do it permanently? Would they look for public-private partnership for do that road today? And are they then can we then I know they forget, I know they go can know the panande. The issues are many, but they solve this one today.
Introducing the hashtag, we will deliver. Now, one way we come a lot of talks. We ask different people, everybody getting perspective and understanding about we will deliver. You introduced this particular hashtag. How you going to explain to the viewers them in terms of we will deliver? Waiting the governance of President Bio in terms of service delivery, waiting it mean?
That's a good question. The point about governance, not for deliver for the people then, not for do waiting then say. We politicians then they campaign, then they promise people then something. So we me say we will deliver, now like talk and do. Say we talk something we will do. But the thing is, not to say, because plenty man go say you don't say they will deliver. Who send this deliver? They can't now. If that 9 months the belly don't take, who send it? And I think it's a mentality for say if we want something, we go do one. And because and then a future forward mentality, it means the plenty things on the world don't deliver. We have delivered before. We as Motaman then we deliver. But also if we say something, we go do one more, we for the one. So as an example, if I've been say, you know, we go, what's in it? So like the road then. So now if I go more Magroka from 91. We're not doing it. We're not maintenance it. But when people then talk to me, I say I don't hear it. I tell them, say we will deliver this. I come now, the DG, SLRA, Public Works, then go continue to do that work there. What we don't do that we have delivered. But we as individuals in general, because we don't deliver, we deliver. So now mentality shifts, say anything where we say we do, we go do them. Say we all need for work together. And I mean I can put together. We need all man government. The one in the government, the citizens, them, we all need for work together.
With this nowadays in we make plenty people they feel say now promises them governance look surrounding since President came in 2018 to now. But on our way there into the governance, how you will explain service delivery waiting President being government to achieve 2018 to now we are in 2024 when I promise them we even make and we don't achieve.
Then Boku, so we've been saying we will deliver quality education per every metric. Improvements they not reach to our 1 to we'll therefore continue, but improvements they we bring 1.5 additional learner there, expand pre-primary, plenty more, many more people than they go university now, many more universities and higher education. We've been say as an example, feed salon, where the minister can say we will feed salon, we will deliver. Between last year and now, we don't increase the land under cultivation. This year the yield get for Boku. And we did together we will deliver parts they can. It means without rest that country rest the way can. All man for buy one we party Phoebe and we will get this thing we do. We say eat salon, I think buy salon. Important for no say if we want for make me we farmer them grow more rest then need for get money from that day. So we will for decide for eat that country rest we get more nutrients we they make we bear food we they put money in that farmer the pocket we they make we grow healthier and longer we for buy even if it be a small past that fen rest we they come out in there because if we do one today tomorrow we go don't deliver feed salon and we all get for work together in terms of rest. Now that they mean. But across the board, the justice sector, we don't reform the justice sector. Now the Criminal Procedure Act and plenty other law and the gender. We don't deliver plenty thing for gender. We don't deliver plenty thing for roads. We don't add. Just last year we make 200 kilometers of feeder roads. We did one of the 400. Connectivity expanded now on side over 90% of people there connected. The number of people that we did online go from 300,000 to about 2 million. The indicator then Boku.
CM, you take up this role at a very challenging time after the June 24th elections. Not a secret, say lots of governance issues then be there, the opposition then be vexed, but the elections result, and even self-international partner them begin issues with the bio-led administration. But you be there at the center of it all as a chief negotiator from where the moral guarantor then come, when start the agreement for peace and unity, when I get about 8 resolution then onto the way it transition to a tripartite committee. How you be able for handle all of them chaos then and now the country looks stable?
Again, President Bio in leadership, and I can always reference President Bio, not so like not politics, but really not because nine the CEO, nine they give the direction and the vision for we. To your point we make, which is really important, during post-election, plenty people that we've been they criticize, and the criticism final, yeah, they welcome criticism, and they invite grievance them because now they use for engage people them and listen to them. Plenty people say, this is a small bubble, not able engage this, the country not stable, how this go do that and there. And so then me say back where they make where President Bill make me Minister of Education. How I go handle teacher day, not sabi this, how I go do this in one day. And then all man see, for the first time in 20 years, we will negotiate a new teacher agreement. And we handle that strike, potential strike there, negotiate, tough negotiation. So President Bill, say, even the overturning the ban on pregnant girls going to school. So I don't get experience in handling complex issues. So where it make me chief minister, being very clear. And not tell me what for do. Just say, I want to make you resolve this. We're not the one within the law. And go ahead and negotiate. And me and Woke, we put together the team and we went, we gonna be into money. The most important thing, and I can say this, people, Dr. Samura Kamara and my uncle, not me auntie married, but also na big man. And for me, respect really important. And no matter if me and you na age mate, if you na me uncle, if you na me daddy, if you na president, if you na me student, na FBC, or you na school picking, they treat all man with respect. And if they treat people with respect, you listen to them, you engage them, they realize, say, plenty things then they will people that can assume not too true. And you get to go through that difficult dialogue there for understand, say, I know this person, you're not so that bad person the way I've been feel, say, be. And it was a difficult engagement and difficult transition. But as you say, post-2023, we relationship election, we relationship with international partner, then be sour, we know that we relationship with the opposition being sour, insecurity, being we don't get 2 attempts, school failed, and security, the inflation meaning 55%. And yet still, inside that 1 year, as a government, this government, we stabilize the forex. The forex may go up. Now it's stable, one of the most stable forex dollar. We reduce inflation. We have from 55 to about 23, I think now. We hope, say, by December, it will go down to 20. We take our loan and bring them back to the UN, and we advocate for Africa and for the whole world, and they participate in like the World Food Prize and things like that. It really happened because we get a vision from the president, and we all with my colleague there, all man, that at least and they give me that support there for coordinate and for work with them across the security sector, across the justice sector, across the big 5 deliverables, the international foreign affairs, where they do all of that there at the same time.
Whenever we get the opposition, when at the APC, we've been going to the negotiation there, you go as far as entering the party office. When one of the things that we can always commend yourself for, say, at the height of the tension, you go inside the APC party office, you hold negotiation with them. But at this point, you interview any opposition member, especially the one holding at the executive, then believe, say, you play them, or the SLPP government play them, because Bokutin Day, where una be agree on, then say una no do am. For example, una been get back and forth na X. You and Dr. Richard Conte, Dr. Kelfalamara, about releasing political prisoner. You tell them, say, then sabi the APC sabu side and day. If they count them forward, una go do una your side of the agreement. As it stands now, usa una day in that area day.
By the way, I not play anybody. We not play anybody in a dialogue, in a conversation. Nobody will do them force pan this negotiation. Any side will go. I think the symbolic moment where I go na APC party headquarters again a big. I hope see many people that me learn plenty from that. I've been in the middle of this dialogue. People, all kind of tension been there. And Dr. Samura and Honorable Cherino, we engage and say, Magodi, I tell me, boss, I say, how they go to APC party office. So looking, they say, okay, great. Inside 2-3 days, that's how long it took. And Agudi, and actually, that will be one of the most productive meeting them, because now they will be agree on on the framework, on the metrics. And so if I'm not being good, you forget that conversation, if I don't stall, and I tell them, thank you for them welcome me. And then I want CSO meeting, room full, 500 people. I say, how many people they don't go to APC party office? 3, 4 hand go up. But the point about conversation with Dr. Richard Conte or the former Kefala Mara or the former AG JFK, with the text as individuals. The fact that we get civil, even though tense conversation on social media will not result for calls, will not result for say things, I hope is a good example for the younger generation for say you can have a civil political conversation in a forum. Will they get her in private, but we also they get her in public. Not a bad thing, say we disagree. Now, to the substance, I also recognize a politician, certain politicians. I mean, we all are different politicians, but certain politicians, within them they say in the public, within they play to the gallery, different from within they say in private, different from the actual reality. If you say more, check the data. So on the resolutions, actually, I think recently on radio, one APC MP and the Deputy Minister of Justice, if you actually look at what we say we don't do, it plenty that resolution, the 8 resolutions, as is the 8 agreements, resolutions, and then on the tripartite, we now the implementation, they go fully ahead. But specifically on Resolution 4, on the prisoner there, and the political, the one that we displace, the number, Panda 300 plus there, it goes without saying that 100 plus walk out during the coup. It goes without saying that some of the people them way they that list there, like today, they court martial, we then cage Pandy school. It goes without saying that some of the one then we they now about 15 or 16, 9 they now out of that 300. That 10 of them, the legal aid board they represent then a court, na Makini. It goes without saying that we ask for the specificity of the people then within this place. It takes a long time for more get that information. They're not to politics, not to propaganda, not to play. It's a reflection of maybe how they get the name then, different people then somebody named there, and it's difficult. And that's just the reality of their own organization. How the organization structure, not to me a responsibility than we are the engaged them from we our organization as government. And if I be in the media and they talk anything then they now for transparency to the citizens, I mean responsibility for tell the citizens. But I think maybe a few of them they can say, oh, the chief minister, first of all, and this is no secret. One of the things that the APC people they say during the conversation was that enough for the social media, enough for the talk, not social media. Explicitly, then tell the moral guarantor then tell me, then tell other people then tell me.
But why? What's the reasons?
I don't know. Me boss no one they tell me about not go social media. But the point about social media and communication, why make Agladi that they are and I don't know if now me for blame when I'm gonna invite me, so I may not be no kind.
Yes.
I may not be no kind.
No, that's
But I'm glad that they are finally, and I think it's this element that if we not there, talk to the people then you're unjust to the people. And just because I highlight me, you can disagree. But if I highlight my own position, not means say I play you. It just means say I get a responsibility for communicate to the citizen specifically because as well we are in government.
Whenever the opposition then at the studio where you ask them about this particular issue we get for do with the tripartite committee implementation and back to the peace agreements where government been get with them, one thing where they always on the stress on again are the fact say government not on being genuine with them, government not on the play their own role for ensure say the two party them implement waiting on Abidon agree on as chief negotiator inside this issue. How you go explain the cooperation from the other side for ensure say una implement waiting on all to be done signed to?
So 2 points. One, to the citizens of the country. Governments, they do all things in power, and President Bill don't say this many times, for more implement within inside the agreements for national unity, and we can update people then. And in terms of the tripartite as well, because it aligned with what the people of this country been saying they want through the constitutional review as an example. And the people then we do the tripartite, and I tell thank you to the APC people then, the government people then go all over this country, then meet all the stakeholders then for make me then count with that 84 resolution then they. Now, at the core of waiting, we've been saying, the first day of the negotiation, not been to money, I talk say, we're not good when it's really break the constitution. And as government, that's your responsibility now for keep a constitution. We know that the constitution don't hold now 1991. How 1991 I mean we've been the come single party to multi-party. The things that we do is supposed to live long, but it's okay. Constitutions change, and gender requirements and all that thing and the importance of more do that and if we believe that and the people then for 20 years we the people of the country then say we want for change we for change and plenty of things in the way we say they inside but if we sit down and we can do that and go one by one and waiting we say we don't do.
And on one side, that's what they're not comfortable with, where the conversation can go around the constitution. Even the members of parliament and from the APC, then say, well, you and the government be once for led and go back into governance. When I've been cajoled and so go pay them the backlog. Then now we tell me, you in particular, one of the MP, them will be interviewed in Naya. They've been talk say, you're supposed to apologize for where you go and talk say, when they implement, but say now, then your matter not even settle it. And they ask for an apology regarding that particular issue. What do you think about it?
I think there are two parts to this. One, I recognize in concern.
That's Honorable AKK, by the way.
Yeah.
I recognize Honorable AKK in concern. If we read the specifics of what's in the inside the agreement, we then sign. It say then they go back and then they consider for pay them in line with what's in the parliament. Explicitly they. Not to parliament me, they mean not to parliamentarian. Then within a parliament, and Honorable Abdul Kabu been deep on this process as well. Then within a parliament, and then they solve. By the way, the team then we've been there, not to be the money no more, the money personal, but we've been say committee there. And they address that day. We may say leadership in committee, we may say the proportion. Then do all of that day. Yes, they're not paid and the backlog it. The reason they make me smile now that from me short time in government, I know the government they pay backlog. And even then teacher they play that back then they been need for engaged teacher then plenty on that and they say backlog no the in our government. And in this instance because then you're officially not employed yet.
Why would I be agree to that? Will you know say government may pay backlog?
Now I say we the line we agree upon that the team say then go and discuss remunerations based on waiting up. I don't know how them parliamentary rules they. And I not be one for more break rules. So we delegate to the parliament. Actually, the implementation of that specific act there, the parliament is Then the members of parliament then did it. So not to governments that interdependent entity, the executive. Now, actually, this is an important point, an interesting point. We as executive, the thing that we will be say we for do, we don't do one. That's either we don't do all things really, or we they close to for finish. And this resolution 4. Now we don't get the list back from APC. Finally, I think last week or two weeks ago, we give some form we then fulfill. And now we get them. and APC don't ask for more, add some other people then there. I say, okay. Then ask me, I say, I don't get problem with that there. So now they don't add new people then for the committee. And that committee now get for review then case then there. And then go proceed.
All right. This will be my final question. This agreement for national peace and unity. After the handing over of the reports of the tripartite committee, also will see you and Dr. Samura Kamara sign. When I take photos, the APC executive be the State House. A lot of people been saying, now this salon be made, and from then stability look in at the country. But there is this word where Dr. Samura Kamara, through his social handles, them don't consistently they say in the fight for electoral justice. Women say in not done yet. As chief negotiator, you at any point don't sit down and say, for me, I think we don't done with all this negotiation. There is a report now, they try for implement the 84 recommendation them, for try for get a reform in with electoral laws them, for prevent some of the incidents that will happen in 2023. But you co-negotiators still insist say in the fight for electoral justice.
By the way, wait till you say so. Now, aim for me are defined as electoral justice. So maybe aim for definer. Electoral justice, in my opinion, and Nadandi for don't say, now that we say, then they are no good. President Bill, we in our parliament and we they talk and say 2012, 2018, 20, like we all complain about certain things then. Electoral justice means if I work for all man. Not to just for say, oh, if I work for me or na me own problem, na in justice. Electoral justice means if we change the improvements in what's in a PPRC, the improvements in what's in a security sector, the improvements in what's in a peace police complaints board, the improvement in what's in a ECSL. ECSL right now, as part of the tripartite agreement, they undergo an independent functional and management review. One of the biggest thing them where we all at that committee they been say we all the other one are important, but the one we really them the ones the first one now ECSL for undergo a functional and management review. Today the U.S. government then through the U.S. government then pay somebody independent entity then they work with public sector reform unit for do this functional management review and they ongoing and they interview all man and then they come out with the most robust. I think these are the first functional management review ECS that government wouldn't found them. So that is like electoral justice. So in a way where I can read Dr. Samura in tweets, I know they catch feeling, I know they feel bad because I think we're all pursuing and fighting for electoral justice. Electoral justice, not to say how people then, I think people they misunderstand what you mean. Then they misunderstand in the 2023 election. They talk about directly, but not just making reader, making take and say, if one for more implement the committee. One challenge on this with APC, they write to me, and they copy all the partner there last week. Then say, the committee for the implementation gets plenty government people in. Two things. Whether you been vote for President Bill or you vote for Dr. Samura, now we all elect President Bill. And as a government in responsibility now for implement. So sometimes me and me company and our APC can get small disagreement because then it can say APC for that because then we all negotiate and come out with this. Then in the implementation, it will be equal. But not also governments they work. After we will receive the report, I take that report, I can't go to cabinet. Now cabinet, now government, executive in a cabinet, not by party within a cabinet. Then cabinet resolve say, made the committee social welfare because it's important, gender because it's important, internal affairs, local government, information, public sector reform. So then minister then we work directly impacted by the implementation of the tripartite report. So cabinet ask for my chair that implementation committee there and put them minister then there. Then we decide say we for put the mayor then there because he important. Then we decide say for expander, I ask His Excellency allow me for put other like a CSO then we put other institution then there because we want diverse opinions in the implementation. And then we get a secretariat, and that secretariat they follow through and just make sure say. But most of the resolution there, that independent institution then they do them, and governments they support them with some money here and there. We look for, we partner them, then serve they give some money, we will send to them people then there.
So talking about definition of terms then, we move from Dr. Samuel Kamara in electoral justice, where plenty of people on the look forward for let it define what it mean we in say electoral justice, because everybody can get your own definition. Then we can out to use your own definition where people on the long for hearing from you radical inclusion. So many people on the see this like a political movement. From Dr. David Senge, where they use this radical inclusion. Waiting a minute.
Radical inclusion is the name of a book where I write 7 Steps to a More Just Society. From where them born me, from where I know say I go school, where the debate now, Wada and Abo, to Prince of Wales, to where I joined Children's Forum Network, to where I work with the Child Rights Act then, Truth and Reconciliation Commission, Children's Forum Network. I mean, I've been activist and do the fight for justice, work with former child soldiers. I've been there on radio show now, then sending the UN radio. Now we have been there. And then, you know, those things. And then where I go now Harvard, the thing where they work on with mosquito nets, me and my party, I walk out through every village. Na Samalin for the mosquito nets and work with the government at the time with the 1-bed nets. We do study, me paddy win best thesis na Princeton for that day. So where I go na MIT where I work on prosthetics and the reason, and now the one I back. So from 20 years ago that work they will start to continue now for amputee them to innovate salon where young people then from then Kelvin do them to Harding to Khadija, Annie Walsh, plenty of people there. We go Harvard, MIT, hundreds of people from Kenya, Sierra Leone, South Africa. I always don't believe in working for young people them where nobody know can focus on, with people that we get disability, with people them we excluded from meeting at the table. So where can a government? The first day, the day where I take me out of office, now President Bill say publicly, because I've been there off script, because I know that because I've been looking speech more, or I've been get access to them. Now it say if they keep the ban on pregnant girls not for go school. That same day when they make me minister, I remember I go back at the and say, how me, we don't fight for this, as I be people and we don't fight for this, how I go be that minister day, we go push this ban here. So I go back, I talk to her, they say, make her engage. That engagement day with all man, all over this country. Na radio, we all been the talk about and then they different people there. Even President Bill been there against her. Say we pass on a cabinet. That experience there, all now write inside book for say radical inclusion, how you defend for more justice. 1, you identify the exclusion. 2, you listen to people that understand. 3, why make now you, why now? 4, you build coalition. 5, you take action. 6, after we take action, the new normal, waiting good day now for the one that will be the exclude. And 7, next exclusion, you do it again. Circle, you always for the fight for more justice. So radical inclusion for me now my life. Now, so my life don't day from where them born me. It means say any side where I dey, any power where I get, any resource where I get, any podium where I get, I dey seek for look down in the room.
So radical inclusion centered around the life of David Moinina Senge.
It's centered around a principle and a vision and an idea. Say it don't matter who say you come out, who that you be, whose tribe, whose age, whose tradition, whose disability, you matter, and we for do everything within our power for make sure say you show up how you choose for show up, so you go reach your fullest potential and contribute to national development.
Although you not can write and say radical inclusion movement, you hashtag not just radical inclusion, but you are aware say there is already a movement called the radical inclusion movement. They already get a logo and people they use them. Radical inclusion,
a movement. I know they afraid Dandy, I know they run from Dandy. But all man know say radical inclusion a movement for a more just society.
Political movement.
No, it's a movement. It's a civil society movement. It's a people's movement. APC people in the radical inclusion. PMDC people in the radical inclusion. SA people in. You know why? Journalists in it. You know why? You know why?
I'm the leader.
Where I write the book.
No, Doc, let me clear because
okay, so it's a people's movement.
So now you're the president.
No, we don't get organization structure. But you know, sorry.
Plans for register the movement.
No. Where I write the book, over 1 year ago. The video will come up on the book 1 year ago, over 1 year ago. It say join the movement. Not to today the movement.
Movement.
Yeah, it's a movement where they say the way we need to think about that. From over a year ago, the way the book come out, explicitly I say in that movement, it's a movement where if you come on a just you go now though, you see somebody. Okay, an example I did Bendugo. Me and the chief they talk. One mumu woman, they try to get attention, so they make noise to people then. And people then will be there meeting. So man they holla, the chief, he do a radical inclusion something. He grab, he not send person no. This is not chief, big chief. He grab it up by the window. He tell people and say make them count the mumu man up. He not say make them pass and bien no. He can't up like any normal motorman. He can't. He say make them go get and chop. Now the same time where we all they eat. Then a radical inclusion. And that chief that action where it take now a principal position where if somebody like the movement where they associate with. So it means say anybody yourself if you take a radically inclusive action that you do at the movement.
David, I ask you about who that they lead this movement because
there's no leader.
Accusation they out there now. For example, from Dr. Sylvia Blyden, say you bobo them, you supported them, even go as far as use bad words them against the mama. When say come out clearly say, excuse me, it address you, mama.
Sure.
And it's saying that you supported them.
One of the things that we are not believing in that Brai Bobo day. I don't get Bobo. I don't have somebody call me Bobo. I don't get godfather. I get mentor there. I get ally there. I get coach there. Luckily, with God in blessing, I don't be part of plenty global network there. Young global leaders, TED, fellows, blah, blah, blah. One band, the benefits there of that day, that I don't get coach there. And mentor, coach specifically. So I don't get Bobo. I don't get Bra. I get mentor them, I get ally them, I get coach them, I get people, I get peers them. And the problem in society is that people are not used to politicians like me. And me not politician. They're not used to politicians where they say, I'm Bobo then. They're not used to politicians where accessible to all man. They're not used to politicians where they say, get godfather. They're not used to politicians where they say, I'm a person calling godfather. They're not used to politicians with frank, where they engage in. Yesterday, I'm in a radio. Somebody sent me a message. I don't sabi the person. Oh, if I way they do this, but inside with politics, even if you want to talk true, you take the truth differently in other ways. Plenty, all the people they want for control how are they show up and how are they be myself. And then are the complete opposites of radical inclusion. Say all man for show up in full self, how it choose for show up so it will contribute to national development.
Alleged people here where they cost for you na social media.
I know
see screenshots of groups them.
I know sabi there. The thing about social media is that people they don't know how to use it. Two things about this. Plenty people then waking talk and loud and forward and do all that, and they waking will protest about, oh, we want to be monetized, oh, we want for this. Then not even they do the thing, then we go make them benefit from that monetization because the way for use social media and for engage, how many use social media? Are they listening to people then? Are they engage on development? Are they push we activity then? I want to make the people then believe and get trust in government and make them get hope say the country go better.
So if you know Sabi, then why it take you time for the associate you say from them and make us
I have always done that, by the way. Nobody did tell me how to talk. President Bio, one of the blessings where I get is that President Bio no one tell me how to dress, how to hold me here, how to talk, what you have to talk, what I have to go. One day, he always don't give me that total freedom. If the person when I the father of the nation, when I employ me, where you go sit today, grab, you go do this, you go do that day. If in one day tell me, if I the father of radical inclusion, President Bio. President Bill, the first thing we mentioned radical inclusion, December 13 in a stadium. The first official expression in a saloon of the phrase radical inclusion that President Bill took in a national stadium by hands of our girls.
The radical inclusion movement.
The registration of the party movement. The movement now, which you do about President Bill. Inside this last UN speech, it tell the world say, the whole world for embrace and practice radical inclusion. So in an evangelist.
So radical inclusion, we not get any leader at this stage. If anybody will associate himself for being member of the movement or they not get leader, you as Dr. David Moinina Senge not go take responsibility if the person cause person or perhaps offend person plaba, you not go take up the responsibility.
So there are two parts to this. Radical inclusion, not to just anything. You get principles, like I say. There's ways, there are 7 steps. With me, how are they used and where I speak about identifying exclusion, would I not in the room, would I in the halapan, would I invisible, would I get challenged, would I the hard to reach area identifier, name the exclusion for say, I get people then. I get people then we can say, oh, problem not there with woman with gender in this country. Then they live in a different society, different mindset. Then they're not okay if you think that day. So number 1, if you identify and own and accept the exclusion day. Number 2, you listen and understand. So that listening and understand, they now make a go to APC party office. That you they listen to the people that we now your biggest critic, your biggest opponents then, you big now make a engage. And then when you come out there, you understand why make not you, what's in there about you, why make not we, why make not now, this time. Plenty people that may not work on, as an example, for the ban on pregnant girls, me paddy, me brother, sharing a bar, may not work on these plenty, and other people that may not write human rights, but not work at that time. So exactly. So why now? Why make the movement? And then the coalition. The coalition, people that in a coalition way. As one me, Mamadi with a parliamentarian, we've been in the coalition for more fully pregnant girls. It can't have me if say you this thing with that pregnant girls. Me, I know the pan now. If you can't have parliament, I go oppose her. But yet, it been the pan the committee that either one of the people that will actually help for shepherd this, and then we take action at cabinet and we put in talk about that and then the new normal. But then the 9 are radical inclusion steps. So if somebody do something outside of that day, not to radical inclusion, not to something where they endorse, not to something where I believe in, but on the general principle, like I can say. I know one day cause mommy cause, I know Sabi cause mommy cause, they come on and me more. Like if I hate palaver. Yesterday when me paddy, they tell me say, oh you too accommodating self, oh you they listen to all man, oh you and like you too nice. Now so they yesterday, even tonight me paddy they tell me say are too kind, are too nice. But I don't know otherwise. I know one for carry bad energy and because it's not important to me. And so me as an individual believe say sure people then go make palaver will get misunderstanding, but we'll make palaver will get misunderstanding Now for more talker, more understand, oh, not to be Nande really, or if I be Nande, sorry, I beg. So it wasn't that, it's not that I don't take responsibility for other people, I certainly cannot, but I believe as a visionary, as a leader in my own right, the ideas then where they represent, I hope other people learn from them.
So then people are within the radical inclusion movement. If at any point they say they want to let this movement be more structured, be more coordinated, and then just say it fits for the way approach Dr. Senge, let it officially lead the movement. Are you ready for that?
You know, I'm gonna Bendigo. I open radical inclusion attire base. People can associate the attire base. They will get leader. So to your point, I give them book. So I give them radical inclusion book. I say that they read them more. We are practicing at this attire base. So, and the way to think about it, remember the Me Too movement. Mm-hmm. Then we get leader there of Me Too movements, then two women there. But it was just that they have been the main proponents there. But different people then organize Me Too, then they meet differently, then they get principles and values. Not to say you get. So if somebody in Idaho go say, then get the Me Too movement, Idaho, then get presidents, they're not get any link to the visionary, then where they be in there. So I invite all young people them, all people them, we believe say them for fight for injustice, for make me them embrace and adopt and promote radical inclusion in their own way.
May not get a leader.
No, then they take leadership. And here's one.
They approve you for being a leader.
Here's one about this. The reason we make it important for me as an individual that people that embrace radical inclusion, because I believe that the best way for support the government for deliver, that the best way for deliver for we serve as a people. One example, the paramount chief again at Bendugu, because where I can do then trip then they are the line. That paramount chief they, apart from the act what you do, he using community development fund money for build water for all man, for make more people that get water. He give scholarship, and the way they talk and so the people that we poorest when them picking them they go university, 40 people there. They build guest house, they do. Then they now an act where I believe say fits in the radical inclusion principle. And as a government official, I'm glad that they do that because they adopt and embrace governments in Big Five. The way I don't talk about this, now that where you practice radical inclusion, we are practice radical inclusion, are they support and enhance me performance for deliver for government, and are they work with everybody for make sure that they self contribute for enhancing. Now one great national development plan we get. The national development plan, now one we get, and that national development plan come up from one vision within the Big Five. So if you get the Big Five, you get the national development plan, what we all they do, how we do on the principle, me as an individual, as a leader, I believe say if we solve one from a position of the most excluded, the most vulnerable, the most unseen, then it's better for we all.
All right, enough of the radical inclusion now. We'll spend time back where you go come and preach more about the movement.
Perhaps that's a Ngodonga leader.
Yes. So now let me face, I think that one of the issues then this way everybody so passionate about, they all get to do with the reality on the ground. CM. You are aware say people are really they suffer in this country, especially we campaign the famous 2018 slogan on a calm in governance with the bread and butter issues.
Suffering there, things are difficult, things are challenging. Like I said, the issues are many, but we solve them one by one. The issues are many. And I say this, not for say we own problem no important, but suffering there globally, inflation high. That the other day upon the US election, one line been there say, and it's interesting with the outcome, say the US has won the war on inflation, but they failed to claim victory because the prices them is still high and people then they complain a lot. It's now a very complex global world where we there with the insecurity and instability in a different region than the world. We don't get increase in violence and war. And Salon, they play a role of global leadership in the African Union, the C10, and the UN Security Council. And we get for work for ourselves. Now make the way we all get for work for make medicine then stop for behind. Now they support private sector. So Myro, Tonkolili, then they employ 2,000 people them. 40% women them and meet young women then where they work then they make money then they pay them well above minimum wage, give them rest, give them all that thing. Then the ladies say, oh now yeah they work so enough so I will pay me school fee in a Central University. And I say, not to joke, but I just say, if you don't mean the work, I will see for done they do. I know I remember what for don't they do, but I think it's this element that we need for create jobs. We need for work with private sector for create jobs. We need for bring more investment. And if you look at Salon, waiting the government's on the waiting president for bring more investment. Just over the last year, we don't bring now actually I can safely say $2 billion in commitments. $2 billion, 800 million OPEC funds, and all of that with President Bill and Dr. Yumkela, Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Finance, they all wait and do 800 million commitment. And planes we don't begin to see, then they sign them there already, so it becomes real. We see the MCC 485 million. We see the DFC 400 million plus other money than we then get. Investment-wise, and then BII, British Investment International, about 100 million exposure in Sierra Leone. We actually get $2 billion, most of it now for build infrastructure. And people then go say, well, the money we know this year. Well,
because that just so ask with all the huge billions here we they call,
we get for
but when you gonna market it tough.
It take time for catch up. In the same way 2018 work house free education. By the way, I've been a member this the other day. Where town minister 2019. No day, we person will send me video of one working schools on site or picking them we sit down per block or no day.
Now I feel attacked.
No, no, it's a good thing. It shows progress. And by the way, this is why it's important. That I say I like grievances and I like because if we don't make a video then day, I don't put on the city, I go build school here and I build 1,000 classroom. President build the people then say this school feeding and what for they do. And that is important. That is a good use of civil society. That's not only good journalists than they do. Good journalists, they're not so for gotcha, but now for give opportunity for where we engage with the substance of waiting. People then they say, well, now they reflect, not a mirror of within society, they say. So I think things are hard globally, things are hard in Sierra Leone. We lay the foundation for make sure we go build on Nande. So take energy, the MCC and DFC, 1 billion. If you not get good transmission line na Bumbuna or where they expand, it like you generate the energy they reach. But it take beaucoup money and it take years for building transmission and day, for changing transmission and day, for putting at the southern corridor. That investment there, enough for common because government in capital fund, because of revenue mobilization, the tax base low and all of that, they will not be able to do everyday government work. Then we also invest in big capital projects. Because every road, they cost 100 million. 85 million. If you just look at the road portfolio for the major roads, them for go Falaba, for go Bendugu, for go Zimi Kenema, for go Shenge, for go Bundapi, Kono. If you do that one then day, easily now $1 billion. So easily $1 billion. 10 roads, 1 billion. And governments not get 1 billion where they pull no more for say, I want to give you that road there. So then government need for come up with new ways for get private sector for say, do ya. And we not go take loan because of the IMF program in the same way we they take loan for get 1 billion for building road and there.
So are you saying addressing the bread and butter issues where if you come out of yourself, you talk to people, now one thing and then will tell you, say, make them not glad with the BU administration. Are you saying there is no quick fix to it?
Oh, there's absolutely no quick fix. If anybody tell you, say, they fix it inside one day, they're not, or 2 months or 3 months, and lighting light on you. But besides this,
these are promises that
that's what I'm saying. We're working on it. We're doing it. We're doing it. And there's progress. As an example, and I'm looking like, so if you take the food basket, more uncover the food basket. Because bread and butter, you get bread there, you get, for make bread, you get flour, you get sugar, you get all that thing, butter, oil, palm oil. So more actually what's that the word now? Unpack what's inside the food basket. Today in a salon, your boss price they down. 2 years ago, your boss not been in a market safe and it go up. Why make your boss price it down is that governments work with private sector and development partner for increase with your boss production. And that means that now we able to satisfy the market demand, and then they make the price go down, supply and demand. People they make money from yabas farming, we self they pay yabas. If you take the price for oil, it's stable because supply of oil there, and this we need to talk about. But now with the export oil, vegetable oil not the lost in the market, and the price not they go up.
It lost by there.
It don't go up.
Very expensive.
It don't go up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I go look into that. I'm not even going to market here. So we need to make sure, say, as we increase reproduction, as we get another company. We'll be in the IOI, we President build the IOI, meet with the Sierra Leonean, where they build that oil refinery between Boo and 91. One big company they and what they can do, then they can't innovate for make, and then go be the first company where they make. The reason why people eat natai, not because of how they make it. But then they actually make vegetable oil, where me and you go actually use from vegetable from natai. Then they go begin lower the price. Now the people know they produce. Now they just don't get Julax. They just don't get money from British investment. Then they increase their production. So oil, so yabas, oil, egg. The President Bill say feed salon and Minister of Agriculture, plenty people then go pan poultry. But then the feed there and all of that, the egg price been there, and we'll get for figure out way for help the egg farmer there, egg will get for go down slowly. Slowly but surely. So rest. The way the rest price they go down, and this it sounds counterintuitive. If every salon man say they never eat fen again, if every salon man this year say that country rest there small, but I go buy them. The more we buy them, the more farmer then go get money, the more then go grow next year, the more go price go can down. So in 2 years, the price of country rest go down. If we all decide in the country rest what they eat, because then the farmer then go plant more and then go get more processes.
See, you don't address the area of the food business. We all concerned there because one for it we angry, and from all which you don't explain, it look like next year promising, right?
I hope yes. We increase the yield. The production, and so the minister every day gets time. What's not the yield? Harvesting don't begin. The other thing too is really interesting. One problem, but then a good problem forget. We already, because citizens can reach out now. They plant all this rest, but now the worry in the half for harvest. So I can remember, plenty of young people in the way one job. Why make we all not go mobilize, go help that farmer day, now you community, now you village, may go harvest that rest, they go give you some. Instead of making the rest waste, may we go back now, we say then we come out, more go help harvest the rest in our village there, and we take some job for labor, but governments, the ministry, they already done pre-position thresher them, machine them for harvest. We believe say production they go up. But we have been in Cambia on one of my field visits them recently, already the see people that come Guinea, come Mali, for can buy we rest there. We as Salon people there, we get for decide say we want eat we own country rest. If they are small. And maybe not to that amount with the drag 1,000, 2,000, but we will get salary if we. It make you belful. You decide because it's heavier, so it will make you belful. It will make you healthier. We for commit say 2025. We all that's our don't rest for it. It go better for we.
We not say the kind of way say the issue them boku and we not go use today for top all thing. But now that you don't begin calm from time to time, I not say you go dey calm. But you not to the Minister of Finance, but now you not the minister within in charge of all the ministries there, and I should say from time to time you dey get reports from them and you dey work closely with them. Now they don't talk nice things about the feed salon, how by next year things go begin get sweeter in terms of the economy. That would be hopeful again.
Absolutely. Month on month, the inflation don't they go down. Before 2018, 2019, we count into single digits before COVID came. And then COVID plus insecurity. Now I make, find this couscous and those things. We're at 20, 22, 23%. If we go in the new year at 20 or under 20, then we'll meet and back what we did in 2018, which was at 19%. I have every belief that within the next 2 years, if we all continue, the country stable, couscous, the investor then continue for car, we can go to single digits. That's my expectation. From them, and they would challenge them, and the president they tell them. Just yesterday, me, the president's VP, when they talk, and when they say, you're not chief minister, now you get for make sure some of them with them private sector, then we get for help with them private sector, with the Ministry of Trade, and then people then they for support. We as a government want for support private sector. It always not easy for support all man at the same time, but we want for work with private sector, give them investment, engage with partner them so that they go create more jobs, create more tax base, create more revenue to government, so government go invest. And we now get for think outside the box for how they fix them roads there. New public-private partnerships, where they do that, and the new investment. So I'm excited about the future and the economy.
All right, so also don't eat by time
Yes.
before you
Okay.
leave.
Yes.
Plenty messages in there for you from Facebook, the website, and also YouTube. So I'll just take few before will let you go. But this same radical inclusion movement, David, on Saturday, part of Liberty 1 year anniversary celebration, where they get a walk to the Mambo waterfall. Maybe you can join we, so you go advocate more for them, more people for joining the radical inclusion. Saturday 7 a.m.
7 a.m. Now there I can play ball, but I go skip. Sorry, I might skip football. And then one day go Mambo 8.
So this is an
Waterfall.
opportunity.
But the head man from Mambo, he can't meet me about again. Me office open to everybody. Just last week,
We interview now.
Oh, I
mentioned
see.
that.
I see. Yes, I not been no say them program, but you can't see me. I mean, they tell me say because I'm gonna say okay, how then they do revenue and all of that. And it's even they pay 10 million for go there.
Yes.
But it look like it's a great place to be.
So are you joining us on Saturday?
I'm invited. I have noted the invite.
All right, let's just take the messages there now. We don't count. And plenty messages. The first one they take from Dauda Taiwali, that Facebook, they say, Khadija, please remind the CM that the former finance minister and CM JJ Safa promised the nation that they will fix the economy in 6 months.
All right, we look at more messages. This other one from Mustafa A. Mustafa say, what is your take on the Kenema boys? Are you foreseeing more of this kind coming across the country?
Usman Lamin Sidiki, they say, enjoying the vibes of our progressive chief minister compared to his predecessor. Keep on keeping on, Dr. Senge.
Abdullahi Yatta na the YouTube channel. It says, CM, thank you for the visit you made to my chiefdom, Sambia Bendugu. Please tell your boss, let him consider us next time around, especially road sector, health, education, water facilities, please.
Cecilia Boma, they say, I'm beginning to understand the real meaning of what radical inclusion is primarily about. It's simple logic. If we as people are ready to change our mindset. I'm in trouble for using the word empowerment. In my community, even when I explain how I want to implement it, I will buy the chief minister's book and try to implement it in our community. It's hard to work, but hopefully beneficial in the end.
This other one from Jal Songo, it says, CM, could you please provide detailed timeline of the full implementation of the 80 recommendations from the tripartite?
All right, this one is from Aluz Conte. It says, Mr. Radical Inclusion, please, we where they reside na peninsula from Bobo to Tony, no ever enjoy electricity. Please include us in this development.
All right, we look at more messages. Abdullah Yatta na the YouTube says, CM, please, I need one copy of the Radical Inclusion book. How can I get it?
Ahmed Alusain Sise, they say equality in its strict meaning frowns upon discrimination based on race, disability, gender, and sexual orientation. However, the latter has conflicted with societal morals and religious beliefs, particularly regarding LGBTQ issue. Where does the Chief Minister stand on this discourse?
All right, we look at more messages. This other one from Mohammed Bangura. It says, good morning, Liberty Online TV. Mr. Chief Minister, have you seen the collapsed bridge linking Kalangba and Bendubu in Bombali district? Hope we will deliver above party lines.
Abdullah B. Lukule, they say, kudos to the Chief Minister for his tireless effort in ensuring the President's Big Five agenda stays on track. This dedication is truly commendable and deserves recognition. Some notable examples of his hard working include community engagement and radical inclusion. May Almighty Allah bless you and your entire team.
All right, we look at more messages we don't come in. This other one from Abdullah. It says, CM, how the road from Aburka Tong to the chiefdom Sambia Bendugu. Last week you went there and talked to them. Please, CM, we need your help in the remote areas, especially for health facilities and good road.
Jara Kausu Conte, they say, dear David, now for the Gona market one term, so you go know the cost of living well.
All right, more messages. This one from Obe Kamara. Say, I believe they have delivered more hardship than every other government in history.
The last one we go take for now, many messages, and we apologize if we not read all. This one from Lamin Sisse, they say, David, what's your take on Joseph Sanos calling you out all the time?
The final one myself go take from Abdul Yatta, say, please, CM, join together with the opposition and end these issues regarding governance.
All right, from the messages, then they will come to the Chief Minister.
Lots and lots of feedback, and I love feedback. I love criticisms. I love engaging with the people. My city one day where I can actually go to market one time. The other day I've been in a Congo market. No, Congo market by St. John, okay. And I engage and get town hall day and listen to the people and ask about prices as well. But I don't really, I probably do more. The book Radical Inclusion, then a library, a salon library, so you can go read on there. But they also, if you want to buy the Lead Hotel, then a Sport Zone, then a Country Lodge for buy. I think it in one or two bookstores in back, that's all. In terms of the collapsed bridge and the rural areas, now make where I can say when they use radical inclusion for help with development work, it means like na Bombali something happening like this bridge for them. So then they now between the city council, between SLRA, and they take time for fix a bridge for them. It takes a while to fix anyway. We know they look how they go for fix problem. Same with Bobo. So on that peninsula, they would then get forget light. It takes time for building networks, for building, but then go get light. Now that principle there of justice will they continue and in the remote areas. On timeline for implementation of tripartite, we give 1 year for now, and so we set up a committee, a secretariat. Now 1 year we give we for making all man do what they do, and we'll see how far we don't go and all the different resolutions. And like I say, ECSL then don't start their own. PPRC, they do their own security sector. ONS they do an amazing job for coordinate there. In terms of people thinking always a fine way your opponents there and critic them, then they say, oh, this is they hide LGBTQT and they hide nothing. What do I say? What they come on more now they say, me a man of faith, I believe in God, me a Catholic, I they pray, I they go to church. So I know can like what people then they miss. If I not say, what do I say now I say. And I believe in justice for the one that they exclude, the one that in a poor area, the one that we get disability, God picking them woman there. Those are my priority. And then they always don't say. Killing my boys. Truth they talk me, I don't listen to the song fully, but I don't listen. I mean, I know them. For me, I believe say grievance okay. Yeah. If fine, and then point is that me self not believe. I not like greedy. I not like greedy system. Greedy not fine.
But you agree say on a system greedy?
No, not their own opinion and they me not agree because we they share. That's what they say.
Yes. There's a man there tight.
Usually, and I don't, but I'll mention this. People, if they count just how many individuals they do good to, then Boku on a given day, like me, and I know they mention now, like, because I hate people, the kind of people that wait, I know one they see, I know one they sabi, I know be how they time, like just based on how then they send me messages because they pay their school fee or we this, then Boku, I know sabi them. I know sabi them. So if somebody come back and say you greedy, it's like, okay, well, I may not have helped you, but that doesn't mean as a person I'm greedy. But as a system, we don't provide plenty things for plenty people there, and certainly in Akelema, we don't do plenty things. But that person they feel that way there, and it's okay for feel grievance. Do I feel like other people then go for pulsing them? Yes, other people then go pulsing them, but it's okay. Myself, an artist, where they pulsing, are they pulsing by different things them. You can't stop them.
This particular Kelema boys, now one way the song come out, allegations every day around you say, oh, then they approach you at some point,
let
the song not come out, but you deceive them.
I know one day set the iPad there, I know one day talk to them, I know one day sabi there. With it, I know it's not possible, not to me more than a saying, yeah. People them I don't see say like for be relevant by bringing my name into something, but I know engage, not to and related to the question about and see somebody can mention me all the time, I ignore. I get focus. Me focus now for deliver for this country, for deliver for President Bio, for support me colleague, government people, then for engage with the citizens. On the or somebody say it difficult. Look, for me, a work in community. Change hard, change difficult, change can't seem impossible. People then want for make me this status could be the same. But we as individuals, we will get energy, we will get the opportunity, we will get some power, we will get leverage. If we not change that society the way we did in that position, it affect we tomorrow, it affect to picking them, it will be worse than waiting we meet. And plenty will not like for take leadership decision. We, me boss, we take decisions. A decision that we make, not to all man get for gladly all the time. But I want for a short Sierra Leonean and say, any decision we'll make, now for the greater good, and because we believe, say we get conviction, say in the long term, it go better for the country. So even if it sounds like a hat today or a tranga today, plenty things they will don't do now, in retrospect, then go say it been good for we. But really for me, and I'm not saying this because I didn't own a studio, coming up. Everybody where I meet, I don't think say they're on 30. Young people then with their una young women when I don't build this institution from scratch. Waiting they give me hope in the work where they do. Now that in spite of the challenges, in spite of the hurdles where we don't go through, in spite of the kinds of this space, and it's beautiful, it's natural, it's plants, it's colorful. The young people here are showing up their ways, and they be in the camera and they under. And you guys are young people. You're creating jobs. You are enabling us. We're engaging. It is the surest way for CC, the country you ever go before. Is that we live in a country where young women like you, in spite of the challenges, numerous challenges that exist, still have the space to be your full selves, to run an institution, to employ other people. How can I not wake up every day and believe say we will deliver? I have amazing confidence and tremendous hope that with the vision with President Biodun set, with the Big Five, I believe that the Big Five for the 20 years, because that's what we need. And what gives me hope is whether I go to Bendugu, whether I go to Mairo, whether I go to that college, whether I can, as a young people, we have decided. I don't come inside young brackets small, but younger people.
But you're not 40.
True. We young people, we have decided that for fix this country, not to other people, then problem. We don't make we personal agenda and personal problem. So I want to congratulate Una, and I'm really inspired by what you've built here.
Thank you, and there's more.
That's
in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be a lot of goodies. Anyway, we're going to just end up, we're not going to do justice to this interview. We don't talk about plenty things there. We don't clarify a lot of things there way people don't understand. Even me, I did get opportunity to understand radical inclusion. And there is this popular perception out there that's like, the potential successor to President Bio.
It's a very kind feeling. It's a very generous feeling. As Motaman, if people then they wish good for you and then they say things for you, they make you feel good. But I want to assure people and say every day where they walk, where they grab. My primary focus now for how to make my President Bio succeed, now how to make me deliver on the Big Five, now how to make I listen to the people then, listen to people they want, and take what's in the people they want and put on the government. People then go make all kind claim. Me work as chief minister and for go na the field. Me work as chief minister and for engage. Me work as chief minister and for support President Bio. Then they know the change, and then they do. But then feeling then the people then they express, it means say then they appreciate some of the work where they do. And I tell them thank you for that day, but my priority at this moment and my focus on President Bio.
What if he come?
This moment, yes, so today with me and you they talk.
No, President Bio, you don't they talk and say they go, and where they go. Once you don't they talk, it's not young people they want left in charge.
And I'm very inspired by that. I think, say, as young as, and that's why I love him, is that we cannot be in a society where we think, say, young people them. If all the young people then take leadership in this country, the country with a fixed size like 2-3 years, may I believe, say, with the foundation of President Bio don't lay so. With the right set of leadership in this country, with the right set of energy, with the right set of connection, with what President Biodun will continue. Saloon, it change inside President Biodun don't do 10 years, another 10, Saloon will be a completely different country.
One of the landing boy then will lay the bricks for this foundation, and you think so you are the most appropriate for continue?
I think so the people of the country go sit down and think and decide which in them believe and what them believe. But at this moment here, as you say, the bricks them are glad that I get the privilege and the honor for work with me boss. We na in the Lady Foundation, I the visionary. Me na COO, me na me they check with the brick then they lay, fine and how then they lay and they do something and I glad and I welcome that day.
All right, many thanks.
Thank you.
David, we joined with this morning to talk about plenty issues them. hopefully we'll bring you back next time for talk purely politics and clear all the other issues then. Today we will not say a lot of questions and people everyone will ask, but we'll avoid them because today in development, the CM they are for. You can't talk about in perspective on governance. But from time to time we get a flexible time. We'll talk about politics. Many thanks for joining me this morning.
I really feel grateful that you made the time, and like I said, I'm really inspired, and I'm not saying this because you're wearing green and white. I'm saying this that I'm really inspired by what you guys have built, and it's a beautiful thing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're now the end the breakfast show for today. Princess Pierce produced the program. Musa Saukoma, Emmanuel Malik Campbell, and Dennis Kamara, and then give technical support to the production team. Continue for Watch Liberty Online TV. Don't forget this Saturday we did the Mambo Waterfall as the hike from the Mambo Junction for going to Mambo Waterfall. Hopefully the CM go join we as we know in Apostle like fitness. And on the 29th of November we will get with fundraising dinner and dance. Liberty Online TV. We don't take 1 year where we don't dinner this space, and we are the first professional journalists that we use the digital space for bring council now various issues that we get for those good governance, security, peace, democracy, and issues that we get for do with women them. So the 29th, they celebrate 1 year of being free, fearless, and inclusive. So now join we. If you not get your ticket yet, kindly come now we Battle Street office and can grab your ticket as on the 29th. We all go celebrate 1 year of progress. Mina Khadija Bangura, they say have a blessed day.
All right, and indeed, if you're not able to come now with Battle Street office, you can call the office number when at 074-200-545 and we will do delivery, especially for you when not get your t-shirt yet for this coming Saturday. Until we meet again, Mabel Kabadi, so get a good day and goodbye.